You're quite giggly together. Have you put a spell on him?
I have.
Yeah, okay, good.
Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane, and Moyra Major. How to witch, bitch.
Hello and welcome to How to Witch Bitch. Michelle, the Witch of Moon's Lane. Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm quite well. How are you?
Very good.
Now, before we get into today's episode, which is Witchy Awakening with our guest Ashley in the USA, let's say hello on TikTok. We've got some new people following us. Trisha, Claire Lambert75, Moon Moth, fantastic, Marco50, Flower, and Kiriana. On Instagram, Mishley62, Six Coopers, Miss Lisa Herbert. That's very serious, isn't it?
Yes.
Sabrina.
Oh.
Rebecca Ann 1309, which is very, very cool. And over the last couple of weeks, we've talked about how we made it into Take 5 magazine, which I still Google at because it's on my fridge at home. And I look at it every time I go. It's just great. The copies have finally arrived, so we're going to, for a bit of fun, they had some adventure in the mail, but we are going to sign them and contact the lucky winners today.
Oh, brilliant.
Which is very good. We do love all of your comments on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Even if you send a pigeon in, we'd be happy with that as well. Bethany says, absolutely love your podcast. She's listening from the UK. Lots of comments about your your wonderful take on kidnapping and how you can't actually kidnap a larger person. There was lots of that, which I think is great. Michelle's inner thoughts are leaking out. Yep. Apparently, Emmy said my bro and I said that as children we were huge and funny. Both of us had tiny BFFs. I love that. Kelonia. As someone who knows Michelle in real life, I confirm the leaky thoughts feature is not a bug. It's standard equipment. Who is this person?
That's very rude. You're fired.
Oh, wow.
Fired. Don't come Sunday.
So Deli says she's safe. That's great. Also, Sabrina has sent us quite a lovely message. Listening to the podcast for a while now, absolutely love the variety of guests. I was wondering if you've ever have listeners or community members on as guests. I'm in love from Perth. Yes, of course we do. Would love to be considered if you're ever looking for someone with a unique personal story. Mm-hmm. Some topics, my experience attempting to join a coven and failing.
That would.
I'm loving this already. Failing is a good thing for us.
Oh, God, did she feel bullied?
I don't know what happened. She's created a magical family through folklore, seasonal traditions and everyday rituals. Her journey with Feng Shui, or Shui, however you say it, whatever, after completing my, say it again,
Feng Shui
certification,
yep,
and how I used to create a more harmonious home.
Oh, that's beautiful.
All right, Sabrina, we're going to start with how you failed to be in the coven.
Yeah, I think that's great.
That does sound like a little bit.
But there is initiations, and if it's not a fit, so there are some groups and they work very, very closely with one another, and it may not be anything apart than maybe there was
energy that wasn't right.
So you've got to find your fit. Coven, yeah.
What would our initiation be?
Oh, everybody.
No, I mean, what make them do? Everybody.
We're not fussy.
We are. We just take whatever we can get.
No, but it is strictly it's a bit like a look, witchcraft used to be underground, used to be very secret. Yeah. People, if they were persecuted, if they were found out to be actually following it, it was illegal. There's all sorts of things as to why it was underground. So to have that, there would have to have been a lot of trust and things like that. So it could have just simply been that the energy was off, or maybe there was somebody in the coven that already knew her and didn't want them to know that she was practicing. There's lots of things like that it's not because we don't want you, you're no good. And sometimes it's, you don't get into, say, a friendship group, for example, and then you get into another one, you realise that they're a better fit for you. So you just keep going, and not everybody works well with others. Sometimes it's best to work on your own.
That's from learnt experience from you.
Yeah, that's me.
That you do not play well with others.
I actually had a hat that said that.
Oh, God.
Does not play well with others.
It
was. That's how night I met my husband.
Actually, I learnt this story on the weekend because we had a little celebration for our beautiful friend Ben. Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
Now, he had a milestone birthday on the weekend.
The big
we
40.
actually all went out socially, which was very atrocious. You guys ended up heading out way later than me because I had my kids with me.
Yeah.
I met your husband.
That's like contraception for you. You had you honestly had protection. I had no protection. Besides, I think I was the instigator. He's nodding.
Yeah,
I was.
nodding.
Yeah, I was the instigator.
Yes, I did hear how I met your husband, and there's a lot of love between the two of you. It's quite lovely.
Yeah.
You're quite giggly together. Have you put a spell on him?
I have.
Yeah, okay, good.
Many moons ago.
You really have, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah, okay,
Many moons ago. It was a faithful spell.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one I was talking about with the honey and the binding of
Were
the
you telling me
hair
this
and
on
all that
Saturday
sort of
night?
stuff. No.
Okay,
He
good,
was
'cause
just
I don't
telling
remember
about how we met over a plate of chips.
That's right.
Yes,
It was chips and
food was involved. It's always food.
Always food. All right, today's episode, we're going to be joined by Ashley in the USA, who sent us a message. Hi, huge fan of the podcast. Is there any way to get a reading? I felt so compelled to reach out. I've been so drawn to the world of witchery lately. It's a really huge development in my life, as I've always been so closed off to any sort of belief system or religion. I feel like I'm having an awakening. I'd love to get in touch and talk with you two about this. Thank you so much. Right.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds good. I can't wait to speak to Ashley. Hello, gorgeous lady. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very well, thank you. So what's this awakening we're hearing all about?
It's like mind-blowing to me because I wrote you guys, like I've been so closed off to everything. I mean, I grew up pretty agnostic. My parents were raised super religious, and I think that they were just turned off from that. So when we were growing up, there was just no talk about religion really ever.
Wow.
And so I kind of just grew up turned off, not really, I didn't really understand how people could believe in something so much. I just didn't get it. And literally I'm 34 now, and it's taken that long for me to finally, like, eyes wide open. Like, I just feel so open now, and it's only to this. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel like things are clicking. So
Because I think it's more of it's nature based, and it's something you can see, touch, it's tangible. You see it every day. You know, we live and breathe it. I mean, air is part of it as well. So that's, I feel for you, it's sort of a safer place to come. You're sort of more involved in it. It's working with breath, meditation, all this sort of stuff as well. So it's kind of like you've sort of gone, oh, maybe I like a crystal, or maybe I like, talking to a tree, but whatever that is. It's just little steps, and that's how it's sort of, a lot of people have said, like, we came in and they're going, we're taking little steps, and that's why I said you'll be witching and bitching in no time. Bit like the Pied Piper, follow me.
We're starting a coven. That's what we're doing. An international coven.
Yeah, I think that's
So what
a great
kind of
idea.
things are you're drawn to? Like you said, you're well and truly open, and that's all you're thinking about now. What is it that you're into?
well, it's crazy. I've actually been around witches a lot in my life, and I still, even then, I was just kind of like, meh, just not really understanding it, not really being open to, like, really listening to it. I'm telling you, it is now clicking. I've been gifted crystals my whole life. I have witchy friends who've always liked, kind of like talked to me about charging their crystals in the moon or making moon water. And again, Reiki even. And I've always just been so like, okay, I love you, I accept you, but yeah, you do you. That's kind of the same way that I've always treated like organized religion too. I accept you and I just don't get you, but that's okay, But I will say, for me, a lot of it is, I don't really even know how to explain it, but I guess I'll just jump right in. I've had so many spiritual things happen to me in my life, literally seeing things, I've heard things, I've been touched before, I've divined many times, and I still was closed off to any kind of belief system. I just kind of felt like, oh, there's a spiritual realm. Somehow I'm connecting with it. But it's kind of gotten so massive. I've done so many things, or I've had so many experiences, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to listen. And
it's
I actually,
like a couple of things that happen. You can just sort of put that down. Oh, that's just, it must have been a breeze, or it must have been this, or, yeah. And then all of a sudden there's just too many things to ignore.
too many.
Can you
Too many.
explain to me what the phrase divined means? I don't know what that means.
In touch.
Try to, like connect with the spirit.
Oh,
At least
okay.
that's what
That's
a
what.
phone call.
Just calling, picking up the phone.
I divined. I called.
I called.
So, it was a
Okay.
divine intervention.
As in, this is like using that thing that I won't let you use around me.
Oh, she won't let me. She won't let me do the board, the
I won't.
Ouija board.
No way. Absolutely. And that's what you've done, Ashley?
Yes. Well, before I would just have things happen to me, like spirits were trying to talk to me. That's how I found out I was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
There was a baby carriage on this random website that I'd never gone to before. This baby carriage was in my cart, and I'm like, I've never even been to this website. What are
Wow.
you talking about? Found out I was pregnant. I've been touched before. Like I said, no one's around me, and I felt, and I would know instantly who it was. There's been things like there's a spirit that is in my family that has passed 20 years ago, and there's a number that we constantly see like everywhere. That's just like his little sign. Recently I had a bluebird come into the yard, and I've been seeing this bluebird over and over, and I just looked at it and I said, come to me, and it flew right at me, and I'm like, okay, someone is trying to talk. I've used the copper rods, the divining.
Yep.
I've recently started getting into the pendulum, and I've talked with psychic mediums before.
Wow. And how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel like you found something that you're part of? Because you said you've always been quite closed off.
Yeah, I feel like for the first time ever, like that I need to do this, which is a really weird feeling because I've never felt that way before. And I'm like the biggest like salesman right now. I've talked to everybody about this, and I'm like, come on, like come with me. Like, and to make things even crazier, or to make things make a little bit more sense as to why I'm so crazy about this is when things started clicking and manifestation being such a big part of the witchcraft that I'm interested in, I realized like, holy shit, I've actually manifested everything in my life and I didn't even know it.
Wow.
And I would say things to people like, you know what's crazy? I always knew what my firstborn would look like. You know what's crazy? I always knew I would live here. I knew that, I knew that even when I met my husband, I knew he was my husband and I was a child.
Wow.
Which was
It's remembering
it sounds-
contracts. So we all have contracts before we come down of who you're gonna meet at a certain time. So you'll find that your soul group is, if you're going through a really hard time, a friend will just show up that's either been through it previously or just for some reason you just know that person, and they're going to help you through something they've already been through. So there's always divine intervention, and there's always the contracts of when people are going to show up in your life. And so the whole thing with the asking the bird to come towards you, when you realise that you're one with all, you can. That's what witches do. They manipulate energy.
Wow.
Yeah. And I totally believe, I am so into it.
I told you about me talking to a fish for an hour
Oh, Jesus Christ.
at SeaWorld. We had a thing going and I was sitting there talking at a fish. This fish was looking at me and I was looking at this fish for an hour.
Its eyes were
and
the side of its head.
No,
it
it was
you.
looking at me and we were having a nice little moment, and I did not eat fish. In fact, I haven't eaten fish since. Well, actually, that's a lie. I probably have twice, but only because it was only thing on the
What
table.
kind of fish was it?
I don't know, one that was in a tank. It was blue.
It was a blue fish.
Oh, and I've also had a connection
Jesus
with a fish
Christ.
called George. Sorry, off topic.
No, okay, no, I'm sorry. Are you fine, Ashley, if we just figure this bit out? So you talk to a fish at SeaWorld, which is
Yeah.
at the aquarium.
Yeah, and you can
it's-
actually
You know what,
ask,
it's beautiful. It's a
you can-
beautiful spot.
You can actually ask my kids on this one because they were starting to get weirded out when all the people started coming and looking at me and looking at the fish.
What, were you just like staring
We were
at
just,
each other?
it came up and it was looking at me and I was looking at that, and we just looked at one another the whole time.
Did you
And-
talk?
Yeah,
or-
I was talking to it through my mind. I was saying, are you okay? And it was mouthing back at me.
What did it say?
It said, I'm fine. And then it was just like, I can hear you. You can hear me. Isn't this weird? Yeah, wow, fuck. Can you see me? Yeah, I can see you. This is fucking really weird. Yeah, I know it's really weird. But hey, are people looking at us? I think they are looking at us. Oh my God, do we still stay looking at one another? We'll stay a while. Like, that's what was going on.
All right, tell us about George.
Anyhow, George, he was out at the Great Barrier Reef. And so he was another one. He just came around and I don't know, we were snorkeling. Anyway, George and I looked at one another for ages and I had the same experience.
How did you know his name was
I
George?
think I'm a fish whisperer.
Oh, wow. Okay, you could be a bluebird whisperer and
Yeah.
you've got a fish whisperer.
Yeah.
That's all right. That works for
Yeah,
me.
yeah. I think his name is George. He's quite well known out at the Barrier Reef. He's like a big blue bird.
Okay.
Blue fish.
Okay, so you,
I'll have to Google him. That was a few years ago, but yeah. There you go.
I don't know how we get where we get from. I'm here for the journey, but
Sorry,
I
this
just
is
don't.
the leaky brain again. Sorry, back to you.
Right, back to you.
So,
Nope, I love
Do
it.
you need some advice from Michelle? Because, she's very wise.
wise old
I mean,
fish.
honestly, I feel like a sponge right now, and I have a million questions, but I do want to tell you guys something.
Oh, that's even better.
I want to tell you about how I arrived at this point, okay?
Yep.
It's really interesting and kind of funny. Again, back to the manifestation stuff. Years ago, I bought a cat. I don't even really like cats, especially at this time. I don't know, but I just bought a cat. It was during COVID. I was like, this black cat is calling to me. And my daughter was like, I want to name it. I was like, nope, I'm naming it Salem. Don't know why.
Wow.
Just
Yep.
Salem. The cat did not work out.
Oh.
And I think it's because my house is haunted. But the cat had to go back to her foster home. It didn't work out. But years later, I'm living in California right now. My husband, all of a sudden, his industry isn't doing very well. He loses his job. We're kind of in a like, oh no, he's the breadwinner.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? He gets an offer on the East Coast, so clear on the other side of the U.S. in Boston. And I'm like, I don't want to go to Boston, please. I'm like, California, right? But he got the offer, and I freaked out, and I was like, I'm going to fly to Boston by myself, solo trip. I'm just going to see it and see if I can imagine us here, because I just felt out of control. I got there immediately. I was like, I don't think it's going to work out for the family, but, I have one more day here, so I'm going to go scratch off something on my bucket list. I'm going to go to Salem.
Right.
Yeah. So guess who's moving to Salem?
You actually are.
Yep, I'm moving in a few months. We just listed our house.
There you go. See? That's all
And it was
been manifesting all the way up
wild.
till now.
You've been creating this.
Yes.
All by you. Yeah. Wow.
We'll have to
was wild.
definitely
This
talk
is
to you when you get
definitely-
here.
Right. It was definitely before I'd even really started picking up on like the witchiness of it. What happened was I was like, oh, it's historical. It's so fun. But as I'm walking around, I'm like, well, I've got some time to go. I'm just going to wander into these shops. And I wandered into like the most occult, medical, physical shops I never even knew what that was, and I walked in and I had an idea of what it would be like. But when I walked in, I'm like, but why do I feel so good? This doesn't feel like what I remember,
Connecting.
what everyone's always told me, what I've always thought. That kicked me into this entire. I have so many books and crystals, and I'm just like I got rosemary by my front door and selenite all over my house.
You bought Boston, didn't you? You bought Salem and brought it home with you. Pretty
Because
much.
people just automatically think of fear and all the Hollywood hype and the drama and all that sort of stuff, and it's like the really demonized sort of feeling
yeah.
of it. So when you sort of walk in and you think, oh my God, something's going to happen, and you just get this inner peace, it's quite surreal feeling for you.
But not everyone would get that, but the people who are meant to would have that feeling of safety, and this feels so good and this feels so right, and I feel like I'm with my people, which I think is a big thing.
I had a lady come in that was so Christian based, and she didn't want to come in, and people were saying, just come in. And she came in.
She came in as kind of a joke to your shop?
So, no, she came in. No, she had friends that were saying,
Okay.
come on in. It's fine. The water's fine. Come on in. We're not evil. She walked in, but because her self belief was that I was the devil incarnate and that my shop was like that she then, I don't know how she did it, but she actually tripped out of the store and landed on her head outside the store. And then I went to help her up, and she was, get back, devil! Get back!
wow.
And I was just like, oh, well, that's fine.
Lucky it was out of the shop. If it was in the shop, that would be under your insurance.
But it
was
looked
out.
like something did throw her out, but it wasn't. She just stumbled on her own feet. but she thought it was
Hilarious.
evil. Yeah.
So also, I'm very intrigued by you saying that you think your house is haunted. Is this the house that we're talking to you in right now?
No,
it's
this
not
is a different house.
I know,
But
different.
I feel like now I think I just have spirits that just kind of hang out with
So
me.
it's
I
not
don't
the
even
house;
know
they're
if
just
it's
hanging
my
with you.
house.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's been. I feel like I've consistently had spirits just like around, even like my front door camera, just orbs trying to get in for hours. We'll just
Wow.
sit by the front door and they'll come in and bop up around, and we've seen things in the house. I had a really weird experience recently where my husband was having this terrible night terror. He woke up and he's not really spiritual at all, and he woke up and he's like, something is here. There's an energy, and I felt so in control. I got my moon water. I got my crystals. They were charging in the full moon at that night. I was like saging, and
You got your shit
You
together.
do. You are on fire.
It's interesting about
Yeah, I
we were
felt-
listening about the feng shui, because I feel like you've got that mirror there, and then you've got your computer. You're talking to us because we can see that in there. I mean, that's a portal. That often you won't have two mirrors looking at one another,
okay.
because that can be portals
See,
and things
this
like
is why
that.
I need you. All the things.
Yeah, you never have two mirrors looking at one another.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, because I can go.
yeah, it's a portal.
Okay.
Yes,
All
portals.
right.
What's
It was just-
interesting is that my house, this is an older house and we're moving out, but there's a lot of mirrors, like closets that are both mirrored and they face each other. So it's like an
Oh.
infinite.
There you go.
There you are.
That's just like an it's just portal, like energy. They use energy for that, and they use electricity for energy and things. Yep.
Well, we've got time for a
About
couple
to
more.
rip those out.
There you go. They're gone. You're just going to move to Salem. Just
Yeah,
go.
we just moved to Salem.
We've got time for a couple more questions, Ashley. You've got Michelle here with you. So, we want you to just be able to get some answers as well. So anything else you want to ask her? So many questions.
I kind of just want to share some things with you. And I
Yeah.
think that the reason why I don't have so many questions is because I booked a reading with you, Michelle, for Thursday.
I was just saying that when I came in. I said, I've been getting this morning I did a reading for a lady for Northern Ireland, and then I've got another one coming from
You said
America.
this is that her.
This is
That's
the
her.
American that I'm saying. This is funny. That's what she doesn't want to say too much.
No, because she wants to get her money's worth.
Yeah, get money's worth. And then I had another one, from the UK, and they're coming in quick and fast. And I also had someone calling in from Spain.
Oh, wow.
So the podcast is traveling.
Well, what is something else you want to share with us before we let you go and you can clock on with Michelle on Thursday?
Well, I think so. I have two things that I want to share with you. Two things. The first thing is that as I'm going through my journey of like what is happening, I type in how to be a witch, and you guys are the first thing that pops up. I'm like, yes, this is right up my alley. There's a million episodes. I'm down. I was like, I binged it so fast. I can't even tell you how fast I binged it. I was so mad at myself for finishing it. I'm like, no. But whenever you were talking about, it's like your first episode about the tree branches and how you go up to a tree, you ask for a wand or you ask for a branch, it gives you. I just kind of like thought about that, sat with it, and I was like, wow, that sounds a little crazy.
Not gonna lie.
Down over it.
Those Aussies are kind
I
of
was thinking that
batshit
too.
crazy.
Yeah, I was
Those
thinking
Aussies.
Right. I was Moyra for sure. I was like, but I'm not even kidding you. I wouldn't even be thinking about it. And I felt like everywhere I would go, if there was a tree around, I would hear branches like cracking. And I'm like, this is wild. Like, nope. Just kind of like, this feels a little too crazy to me. But then I started like realizing, like, I don't think that's on accident, I don't think anything's an accident. And then the second thing I thought was really interesting. One night went to sleep, trying to fall asleep. Everyone's asleep in my house, and as I have my eyes shut, I feel like someone is turning on a radio right next to my face. Like it felt like my child had a phone in my ear, and it was just like static and radio-ish. And I opened my eyes, and I'm like, oh, that was crazy. Wake up the next day, listen to the podcast on the way to work, and there was something you said, Michelle. I don't know if the question was like, what does it sound like? But you said something about a like a radio, like
a radio
and
being
I'm
out
like,
of tune. Yeah, so the static.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how that's your clairaudience opening up. So
Wow.
you got to just work with it.
That's amazing.
Well,
Which is also something that I think we need to talk about is how you can tune into that if you are getting static like that. How you tune into it,
Well, It's crazy because, like, just a few days after that, I'm sitting in my living room. No one was around me. And I hear, hi, like from a man. I'm like, I call for my husband. He's clear on the other side of the house. No one's around me. I'm like, okay. All right.
That's probably who's been touching you too as well.
Yes.
Did you recognize the voice?
No.
No. Okay. All right, because I know that you've got a man working with you on the side there, to the side of you. So and it's funny you said it was that shoulder, which is actually the side of your parents, so your mother's side. So it looks like the person's working with you is from her side, and it's to the side. So it's either an uncle or a grandfather, but on your mother's side.
Interesting.
Does that
Well,
sound?
we'll talk about that on your your reading. Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, no, we'd love to have you back on when you go to Salem as well, because that sounds like something that...
Well, she could be our Salem reporter.
Yes, maybe we absolute pandemonium here in Salem.
Wait, what about she goes into some of the shops?
Oh, that'd be so cool. Are you up for it?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
Maybe we can
Salem
connect.
this weekend. I'm going.
She's there. Well,
Yeah.
you start making some contacts there so we can have you back on the podcast. Ashley, it's been amazing to talk to you. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
everything. Thank you for listening, which is nice.
Yep.
And it's we wish you all the very best. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, I'll talk to you very soon.
Very soon.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Well, that was fantastic.
That was fun.
It's really great. Can't wait to hear more about Salem as well. Are you ready to do the stars?
I am.
Okay, well, let's do it.
Okay. Aries, this week encourages patience and over impulse. Slow down, trust the timing of your plans, and conserve your energy for opportunities that will truly excite you. Taurus, comfort and stability take centre stage. Focus on creating balance in your home life and don't be afraid to prioritise your own well-being. Gemini, communication flows easily this week, bringing fresh ideas and meaningful connections. A chance encounter will spark up inspiration for something new in your life. Cancer, your nurturing energy is strong, but remember to refill your own cup too. This is a beautiful week to set boundaries and self-care. Leo, you're stepping into a period of quiet confidence. Let your actions speak louder than your words and trust that your efforts are being noticed. Virgo, release perfectionism and allow yourself to make progress instead. Small, consistent steps will lead to rewarding outcomes by the week's end. Libra, harmony returns where things have felt unsettled. Prioritise relationships that bring peace and distance yourself from unnecessary drama. Scorpio, transformation is unfolding beneath the surface. Trust your instincts and don't fear letting go of what no longer aligns with your future. Sagittarius, adventure calls, but this week it's an inner journey. Reflect on your bigger goal sets. Reconnect with what truly motivates you. Capricorn, your dedication is paying off. A practical decision made this week will create a long-term benefit for your future. Aquarius, unexpected inspiration arrives when you least expect it. Stay open-minded as a new opportunity may appear in a very unusual way. Pisces, you're wanting to read. Curl up with a good hot drink. Sleep is important this week. Self-care is needed. Just go and recharge. And that is your stars for the week. And also, happy winter solstice and happy Yule.
Well done on getting through that, Michelle, again.
Thank you.
Good job, you. All right, next week we're going to go back to one of the episodes we were talking about earlier, which is the evil eye. And we're going to find out if I'm cursed. You're pretty sure you are.
I know people try to curse me all the time.
That's horrible. Why would they do that?
I don't know. They don't know me like you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know that I'm lovely.
Lovely. Wonderful. Loud.
Irresponsible.
Yeah, I figured that out too. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to share comments, any stories. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely stories.
We do love any comments that will...
Especially if you've got a haunted house.
Yes,
We're waiting
please.
for the haunted house, guys.
We really are.
Yeah.
Thank
we want to
you.
know about it.
All right. We'll speak to you again next week.
Bye, guys.
Woodwork Podcasts.
Mobile podcast recording. woodworkpodcasts.com.au